Every now and then, someone tries something so outlandish and strange with the tactical RPG genre that it leaves you befuddled and dumbfounded by the sheer unexpected greatness of its gameplay, design, and story that you can't help but think to yourself, yeah, no way people will play that on Moss. And no, I'm not talking about you, Unicorn Overlord. Scurry along now, we'll talk about you some other time. The game I have for you today is The Great Villainess Strategy of Lily, a game by Alliance Arts and 108, the earlier known for its Hands and Toho games, as well as Needy Girl Overdose, and the latter dabbling more in side-scrolling action RPGs. Now, combining their forces, they deliver to us, that's right, a strategy TRPG with visual novel elements, stunning artworks, and Yuri elements. Yep, didn't saw that one coming. Now, all I can discuss with you today is the content of the demo, because as of writing the script, the full game wasn't released and I'm dirt poor. So yeah, if you want to help me change this, consider subscribing and leaving me a like, as this keeps me motivated and just gloomy. I promise, I'll sometimes make actually interesting content here, and maybe sometimes my jokes actually hit. But that's enough about me. Let's go over what makes this game so different and why I think it'll only ever be a great hidden gem. On the night of the Crown Prince's betrothment to the free-spirited Duchess Scarlet, known for her unpredictability, the Emperor was assassinated, and the royal capital set ablaze. Scarlet, not one to refuse a good burning city riot fun, goes along with the madness and lets herself get blamed for the regicide. Yet just as she was scrubbing the floor with the prince and his lackeys, she also offs Lily, a cute little lady from the neighboring republic, and our other heroine, which results in both of them finding themselves in the Divine Theater, or Dead End Theater, the game isn't exactly clear about this. A place from which you can load a save to retry. Yeah, they really integrated save files into the story canon, although the only one who actually seems to remember what happens there and before is kinda Lily, so don't know if this is really canon or just skits in between. Either way, both of them must stay alive or you'll find yourself back here searching for a way to keep them alive. So, after loading the save file from before Scarlet offs Lily, and not wanting to escalate the situation like before, Lily calls in a broadcasting airship. Because Lily has the power of semi-modern streaming technology. Haven't heard that before, but hey, why not? And just before they turn tail and run, Scarlet, ever the anarchist, drops this.
よく聞け親民ども。我らが皇帝陛下は死んだ。そして大逆の犯人はこの私。公爵令嬢スカーレットです。
And with that begins a story about a revolution, love, and the search for a happy ending. Oh, and also uncovering the truth. Yep, the truth, and not finding more cute girls. But enough about the story. Let's jump into what makes this game so different. The gameplay. After fleeing the royal capital, Lily and Scarlet find themselves confronted with the Illusion Liberation Army, or Front, and must now subdue their leader to get a foothold for themselves in the ever-growing race for power. And to that end, you as the player must command Lily and Scarlet as well as their battalions, which also function as their HP, hard points, to secure supply lines and capture or execute the enemy generals. Yep, you heard that right, capture, like in poker, you know what I mean. The way you do so is to secure the bases on the world map and invade nearby enemy encampments to claim as your own to move toward the enemy general. This gives way to an interesting style of gameplay where you must manage offense to advance on the enemy generals while also defending your own supply lines from being taken back by the enemy grunt units. Naturally, as you can't spawn yourself no-name grunts like the enemy general, you'll need to find a way to stop enemy advancement over the other routes. But fear not, you also have an airship, but only for broadcasting, which actually isn't as bad as it sounds. You see, your broadcasting airship is capable of distracting enemy units and bar them from advancing, giving you precious turns to fight your way toward the enemy general. And when you finally reach them, you'll be needing that airship for a capture stream. Because who doesn't want to join you after being publicly humiliated? I'll keep that in. I can't speak that word. With that off the table, let's take a closer look at how you actually fight against enemy units. For all your murdering and conquering purposes, you have two options. Either to relegate command to your units and take a predicted outcome based on the strength, type and amount of all participating units, or command them yourself to achieve even better outcomes. And commanding is the thing you'll be needing to actually get something done in this game. If you command yourself, you'll be switching into a closer city map a la Fire Emblem and the like. But here's the kicker: instead of watching your units automatically battle it out for you, you get 3 turns to use skills, defend and attack with all attacking party members. But don't dream about just pressing attack and be done with it. You'll need to actually consider the unit types, which work in a typical rock paper scissors style with some extra types mixed in for some added difficulty. Generating and using your MP, which you get by defending, attacking and from some skills, to use attack or buff skills and make short work of your enemy or mitigate damage against impossible odds. Oh yeah, also keep in mind, a fight only lasts 3 turns. This brings me to one of the reasons why I think this game will stay a hidden gem: the difficulty. Don't get me wrong here, I like a good challenge and I won't shy away from 1 or 10 or 100 reloads, but this game is hard. And while grinding or lowering the difficulty may elevate this problem somewhat, let me say that I could see a whole lot of people dropping the game because they can't understand and or find a solution to winning a battle. And while being able to load from the beginning of every past turn is great, understanding when you messed up is a whole different beast. Yet this isn't the only aspect of the game, and this brings me to my favorite part about the game: the style. And what can I even say about this? Just look at those gorgeous artworks. The character designs from the Feather of Rolua show Scarlet as this insane and charming madwoman that she is and lets her captivate you even more. Also, in time where many companies try to scrape by with replacing everything artsy with AI, bringing in an actual artist is always a welcome thing. But let's not forget something that is all too easily forgotten if it's done well: the sound design and the voice acting. While all of the cutscenes are voiced, they are so in Japanese, which leads to the typical high quality and also the typical "can't understand Japanese? Well, sucks to be you." Another thing of note is that much of the non-cutscene interactions are not voiced at all, which understandably keeps the budget lower, yet still is something that could have been done better. Something that is just right though are the short voice lines in the battle. I mean, just listen to Lily here, cutely screaming, "Fire!
Fire!"
And while not ridiculously outstanding and memorable, the background music is fitting and is great at adding the mood to the current scene. Just have a quick listen here.
首が欲しいならくれてやる。だが、この国も道連れだ。
I call that a job well done. Now, having talked about all that, what are my final thoughts about the Great Villainess strategy of Lily? This one will be the talk of a very niche group of gamers who will be no doubt singing its praises, while the broad majority of the TRPG scene will look at them and won't understand what the hype is all about. Given the nature of the TRPG scene as a one already very niche group, this won't bode well for entering the wider market. Another point which can alienate potential buyers is the story. Seeing as to thoroughly enjoy it, you'll need to know and understand quite a few genre-specific tropes, because the game hardly tries to elaborate on them. Just take the intro as an example here. Thrown right into the middle of the happenings without much build-up for characters, just being told their thing and expected to live with that. This can be quite a turn-off for many, and is also the other reason I think this game will mostly stay a hidden gem. But all this negativity aside, I can still highly recommend that you at least try out a demo of the game, because of the style and the charm this game oozes, and also as it does try to innovate in a genre that is mostly defined by just regurgitating the same old to appease their glorious player overlords. But do keep in mind that there's a good chance it's just not for you. That's just my personal take on the whole thing though. I've been Gloomy, and I hope to see you again next time.